I'm sure you know at this point that the Russo brothers are returning to direct the next 2 Avengers movies after Marvel has been in a very, very rough spot with his movies. Now, they said that this brand new idea just happened to come to them, and this is why they had to return. But the internet seems to think differently. We're going to take a look at what people had to say in replies to things like screen time, discussing film. I'm going to give my thoughts, and as always, I would love to know what you think about it down below afterwards. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's bring you over to this screen time post over here. The Russo brothers on why they are returning to Marvel to direct Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. We ended up stumbling upon an idea that activated all of us. That's a story we need to tell. Now, I'm very, very conflicted about this, okay, because I, for one, and I believe that a lot of people would feel the same way with what we've seen in the past from the Russo brothers. We should be giving them our complete faith, our complete trust. They have done nothing but pretty well bring masterpieces. I think they are absolutely phenomenal at what they do. But the problem is, it's very, very difficult for me to get over the idea that they are just not doing this for profit. But, like, who wouldn't, really? Like, I'm sure that it will be a step up from what we've been getting from the Marvel phases right now. Marvel is in such a rough spot that I don't know if they can personally end up saving the day. I worry about Avengers Doomsday with Robert Downey Jr. They've got to be selling the face on that one. I can't imagine that this grand idea is so great, especially because, like, they're just trying to scramble and solve the Kang issue, right? Everybody wanted to see Kang Dynasty, and now people are getting hyped up about Robert Downey Jr., but I won't be able to unsee Iron Man. I would imagine that a lot of other people would have that same issue that I'm having with this. What I'm wondering is if this grand idea is not going to have anything to do with Robert Downey Jr. Maybe it really is a really, really great idea for the storytelling, but also, isn't it a little bit late to start implementing an idea like this? Because we know the Infinity Saga, and one of the reasons why it was so great is because it was built up. Thanos was built up this entire time up until Avengers Endgame. They had a plan. They knew what they wanted. They knew what they wanted this to be. This seems very last minute because of the state of the MCU right now and the shambles that it's been in. I have a lot of trouble really believing that the Russo brothers really actually came across an idea and they just wanted to be part of it. I think that they were contacted, asked, or offered a ton of money, and now all of a sudden they have to act like they just came across this idea and they're just coming back. And I'm sure it's for passion as well. Like, again, it's important to note that they're incredible at what they do. And ultimately, I'm going to put my faith in them because I've loved their projects before. I have no reason to distrust them until they actually prove that, like, hey, maybe they did just come back for money, right? Until something like that happens, I'm going to continue supporting them. It's the same reason why I'm going to be watching Superman with James Gunn. I've never liked the Superman movie. I've never found Superman an appealing hero, but I've enjoyed what James Gunn has worked on in the past, so I'm going to put my faith in him, and that is ultimately what I am going to do with the Russo brothers here. I love the fact that they're coming back for the next 2 Avengers movies. Something that I really miss in this world is when everybody could gather together and go see a brand new Marvel movie. I miss that so much. I miss the hype, and I hope the best for this. And I hope I'm wrong, but I can't help but think they are just last minute scrambling for this. Again, I hope to God I'm wrong on that. But regardless, it's not just about what I think, everybody. Let's take a look at what some people had to say in replies over on X. Before that, I had this in a quote tweet. Does anyone have thoughts on this? Considering making a video, I'll include some replies, and we did have a few replies. Thank you very much, everybody. By the way, if you want to follow me over on X, I make these types of videos all the time where I like to have the conversation from the community. So follow me over on X. The link will be in the description, or the link tree is in the description down below near the top. Also, you can just search up at Clen YouTube. I'm very, very happy and thankful that you guys would do that. Thank you very, very much. Let's get into some replies. This is why they came back. That's what I think. And this is what the common consensus seems to be. Nobody believes that they actually came across some really, really good idea. The idea just so happened to activate them at the same time they were offered tens of millions of dollars. Funny how that happens. Yep. Yeah. And I don't know how true this is. They were always open and returning even in 2021. I saw them in a movie screening Q&A and they said so. I have no reason to not believe that, but I'm sure that they would. Like, I'm sure that they still have passion for what they do. It's just I would imagine that money is the main motivator for this. Hopefully, both movies are a return to form for the MCU. Phase 4 through 5 has been horrendous. I wouldn't say horrendous, but the hype has been just completely lost. I'm very excited for the new Captain America movie, and I hope that really ends up hitting home. Let's continue on to a user by the name of, Mood. I think this is going to be amazing. They said they love the Secret Wars comics. I have no doubt they will do it justice. Unlike some people in the replies, that's interesting. I mean, I should have assumed that they had history with the Secret Wars in the comics. I'm excited. I hope that I'm wrong. I'm going to go into this with a little bit of optimism. Emmanuel had this to say: this just sounds like we found a way to have many cameos so that we'll make lots of money. I really hope to be wrong, but with the films of the multiverse saga being filled with mindless cameos that most of the time don't had anything to do with the overall story. This I agree with, except for Deadpool. Deadpool is a rare exception that the cameos really worked in. That's kind of like the whole movie was kind of pointless, right? So excluding that, I have to agree. Oh, Spider-Man No Way Home too. But is that really a cameo? I don't think so. Regardless, you get my point. I am with Emmanuel on this. I hope that we are both wrong on this, but I am a little bit more inclined to agree with this post. If I trust anyone with Avengers films, it's the Russos. They deliver every single time. And they do. They do. That's why I'm going into this again with some optimism, and I hope that you guys would do the same. But I'd love to hear more from you in the comments down below. And by the way, if you want to hear more on the topic of Iron Man specifically and my issues with it, you can check out this video right here. I would love to have you guys over there. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.